Hello everyone, this is Gary from iFood Test channel. Let's learn together to become a full stack tester. In this video, I will detail 2 ways to run your Postman scripts and get related reports. Let's start. In former videos, I have gone through 10 typical APIs scripting work. Part of those APIs has logic collections among each other. We have to run them together to see the whole effect, such as some dynamic defects, conflicts among all the scripts, or other unexpected things. Now is the time we try to package them together to see the final effect and make some adjustments. Postman uses the concept of collection to store your API testing scripts as a basic scenario. You could choose 2 ways to run the scenario and display the running report. One is by the collection runner, and another is the new man. Here I want to give a metaphor. We suppose the scripts as actors, then Postman collection runner can be an internal rehearsal stage. We could use it to rehearse different scenarios and make some adjustments. Then we deem the new man as an external rehearsal stage that can expose the demo effect to the public. So at the end of all the scripting works, we could run them through collection runner first. Then, if everything is good, we could see Newman's command. We could use Newman's command line to run a scenario and get different kinds of reports sent to stakeholders. Before we run a scenario through the collection runner, we could check the initial status on the front-end UI page. See, we have 1 item on the watch list and 1 item on the 1 item list. After running the collection runner, we expect to remove all these items and add new items on the watch list and another new item on the 1 item list. First, click the collection to invoke the collection runner. Second, enable the console log. Third, pick all scripts as a scenario and set the collection runner to run only once. Fourth, run your scenario and see the running summary from the collection runner. See, all the assertions we coded in our scripts are shown here. Then check the more detailed report from the console log. See all API requests and responses. And some key messages show here. If you get issues, we could check their details on the console log. Finally, check from the front-end UI page. We can see old items have been removed and the new items come in the watch list and the 1 item list. Till now, we have rehearsed the scenario at the internal level. Then we could run the scenario through the newman command line to get CLI and HTML reports. How to install the newman? You could refer to this article. By this installing command, we get a newman. See here. Then we need to export the collection and environmental variables to the local collections folder and date folder. This folder structure is just my habit. I use collections folder to store the collection file, and the data folder to store the environmental variables or other temporary data, and the reports folder to report the HTML report or text report. You could also store them in the same place. Export the collection and name it. Export the environmental variables and name it. See here and here. Then we run the scenario through the command line. First, set an environmental variables for the Postman project. Then use below command to go to our project folder. Second, run a newman command to generate HTML report. Meanwhile, export all the console log to a text files as a client report. So we get the HTML report and text report. The HTML report is similar to the summary run by the collection runner. And we stored all the console logs in a TXT report, which is more detailed than the HTML report, so that you could shoot the details when we got an issue. Finally, check from the front-end UI page. See, we've found that we have successfully added one new item to the watch list and bought another new item on the one item list. Also, the old items on the watch list and the one item list have been removed. Till now, we have gone through two ways of getting the testing report. So let me wrap up this video. First, I gave a metaphor to describe the relationships among some concepts such as collection, scenario, collection runner, and Newman. Second, I demonstrate how to run a scenario through a collection runner and give a comparison on the front-end UI pages before and after run a collection runner. Third, I showed the way to get HTML and CLI reports through running the Newman command line. The next video will detail the CI process through Jenkins. To show you how to link the entire API testing process to meet the purpose of automation testing. If you like this video or series, don't forget to click subscribe. Your encouragement would be my motivation to publish full stack testing related practices continuously. See you next time.